everybody, I'm Amanda Rodriguez, and I'm speaking to you guys today about children and video games and how they affect them. And anyways, I came up with this topic because I have a 6-year-old. He's going to be 7 in next month. And he was playing Spider-Man one night with my fiance. And he was getting really frustrated, and I didn't really understand what he was getting all upset about. It was all saying it was unfair, blah, blah, blah. Well, I noticed him playing it, he was trying to beat this beast guy on there. And there was like these swords coming up out of the ground and stuff, and they were killing like literally Spider-Man off. Like he was just like dead. Like he would just like fall and die. Well, my son getting really angry with him, he was taking this thing out of the Spider-Man thing. He was like, Mom, but this guy has weapons and he's like slicing me up and everything. I mean, it was really, really bad. And I couldn't believe it. And so he goes and he tells Dad he needs help, you know. So my fiance comes down and he beats this guy for him so my son can go to bed. And he finally did. And I was just thinking to myself, I can't believe how literally violent these games are. And I noticed that he was getting a little bit, you know, aggressive towards his sisters and everything, and at the game when he gets frustrated, and he's not normally that kind of person. So I was just wondering like what the effects games have on him. So I did some research on it, and I found out that more so nowadays, video games require the game player's constant attention. So rather than just like watching a movie and television, how like your attention can just like, you know, be done real fast. Video games, you can't do that. You have to like constantly play. Constantly. Like literally my son's eyes will get bloodshot from playing the game so much. And his cheeks are rosy because like his blood pressure's going and his adrenaline is. And it's just, it's nuts. It's really crazy. But there is both negative and positive effects of this though. And the positive is that it teaches them how to follow directions really well. It also helps them with like problem solving and logic, hand-and-eye coordination, fine motor skills, pattern recognition, quick thinking, fast analysis and directions. So like if he needs to make a quick decision, he can do it now. Multitasking, memory, mapping, a whole bunch of other stuff, and a lot of like real world skills and stuff like that. And the negative, I would say, you know, games actually can confuse children with reality and, you know, not reality. So, and fantasy, which like, you know, you hear about those kids actually like take it so far, they actually end up killing their parents. Some crazy stories like that. You remember that one? There was a couple stories from way back when about a child who actually killed his dad, who was a preacher, from a video game. Like it literally happened. It was pretty crazy, but it happened because, and he got off on it. His mother ended up dying, his dad ended up living, and his sister was okay. They forgave him, and he is, I think he's out of prison now. I really don't know the story on that guy, but I'm just saying that it could lead to something really crazy, which you don't really want that to ever happen. And another negative is video games also may have bad effects on your children's health. It can make them fat, sitting in the front of the video games, eating all day. You're worried about playing outside, getting some sun, getting a tan, you know? And like also, it can induce seizures. I did not even know that. I don't know how, but it's pretty crazy. And postural, muscular, and skeletal disorders, like way they stand up, like if you're constantly slouching all the time because you're playing video games. Like that makes total sense. And tendinitis, carpal tunnel, messing with the controllers constantly. Especially bad language, like nowadays, like you want to make sure on the back of the video games that, you know, you want to check the little square at the bottom of them, see what they say. Like if they have a E, it's for everyone. EC is early childhood for like children 3 years and under. T for teen, which is like strong language, blood, violence, but not so much. And adult is like adults only, you know, it has like strong sexuality, language, stuff like that. So you really don't want that for your child. Also, too much time on video games can make your child socially isolated. So you don't want to have anything in their bedroom. If you do, they're never going to come out. They're going to live in their room, they're going to come home, they're just go straight in their room, you're never going to see it. So that really sucks. So I mean, like, you want them to be involved in sports and stuff. And also, video games do not exercise their imaginative skills they have. So like, my son has a really great imagination when he was younger. Playing video games, now he just wants to kill Spider-Man's people, stuff like that. He doesn't really think much. Video games can also teach children wrong values, which we all know that. Some of them. But in all of it, in conclusion, video games are extremely popular. Completely eliminating them is very difficult because of how popular. But there is a way to decrease the negative impact. And some tips are, know the rating of the video game. Don't install video game equipment in the child's bedroom. Set limits of how long he or she can play. Monitor all your child's consumption of video games, TV, movies, internet, whatsoever. Supervise use of all your child's internet use. There are many video games for playing online. So basically, you just want to make sure, you're taking precautions of, what they're doing, what they're playing. But everybody just wants to I don't know, to me, I'm just going to make sure from now on that I read the back of them, because a lot of parents don't read them. But is there any questions about my speech? Because that's it.
I have a question. I have a question.
Sure.
I have a question.
Sure.
I have a question.
Sure. What's your question?
How come I didn't know teens what's M?
It's for mature. M is for mature.
Like bad?
Yes. It means for
Really
people
bad?
under the age of 18.
How about teen?
Mature audience. Not good for children.
How come the teens ain't good?
Joshua, you're going to have to erase this part, because, I can't have me picking up a kid.
I have another question.